Alright gang, welcome back to our 200 horsepower challenge on Calm Lands. I believe this is episode 9 now, and I've decided even if everybody else stops at 25 or 30 episodes, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to try to make 50 episodes on this series. I'm having so much fun with it. I'm going to go and shoot for 50 episodes. Now, when we get closer to 50 episodes, we may drop, an episode or two if we're just getting to a point where we're doing a lot of the same thing over and over again. We've been doing a lot of that already as it is. So I don't want to continue to do that if we can't expand the series more, but I'm hoping to get to 50. Now, you may notice in the last episode I had put this on a worker and I was just letting the worker do most of the job. I'd have to turn around for the worker so he didn't keep cultivating areas I didn't want him to cultivate, but I stopped. You can notice that I didn't complete the field. I had him stop the field. There's a very good reason for that. So we've been doing all these silage bales and just making them and then going up and selling them at the shop. And I got to thinking, why do I keep doing that? Why don't I put some of the silage into a production, which in the long run would make us more money and maybe be able to help us catch up to some of these other individuals doing this challenge? Which, all of their links are down below in the description if you happen to be on this video and haven't watched any of theirs for whatever reason. They're down there. So, what we're going to do, our goal today, when these bales are ready, which they're not going to be ready until later on, so it'll be kind of towards the end of the episode. They're at 75%, so we've got probably 4 or 5 hours in game time hours before they're gonna be ready. So probably 3-4 o'clock, maybe longer, before they're gonna be ready. But when they are ready, what we are going to do is we are going to put down a production for silage specifically. It has other you can use other things with it, but we're gonna I'm going to the sheds. I'm not in the right thing. You can do other things with it besides silage, but we are going to put down the mini biogas plant. And what this will allow us to do is turn our silage into methane. Once we get the methane, we can sell the methane. And just to give you kind of a ballpark of why we're going to be doing this. So whenever I go and sell silage, around $600, give or take. It might be $700, it might be $500, but it's somewhere in there. Methane, right now it's selling for $1,220. So double, on average, what we're going to get for silage. It could be less than that, could be more than that. It's a lot. I mean, we're doubling our output there by itself. And if we're going to continue to keep buying plots of land and mowing those plots, taking them, putting them into silage, why wouldn't we just do that? We're going to make so much more money in the long run. So that's what we're going to do. So without further ado, I will tell you, I already did in the last episode when I stopped that, when I had that genius idea, I started mowing this grass. I baled it all. Well, I mean, I missed some spots. It was really dark out. I mean, it was pitch black. So I missed some spots for sure. But I baled everything, and I wrapped everything. So all of these bales are also ready to go. Now, they are behind the other one. The other one was like 70, 72%, 75%, whatever it was when we were looking at it just a second ago. These are in the 60 range, right? So they're going to be longer. They're probably not going to be ready this episode. But what we're going to do for the remainder of it, until those bales are ready to sell, until we can get that biogas plant, we're going to work on this field over here that we're going to create. So you can see we're here on our plot 20. We've got another decent size, awkward shaped field we're going to create over here. So we're going to mow it all, then we're going to bale it, and then we're going to wrap it. After that is done, I'm hoping, I don't know for sure if it'll be ready or not, but I'm hoping the silage will be closer to being ready. And if it is, we can start making our way up to the shop. And if nothing else, we can at least leave the trailer up there. And then later on, we can bring the tractor back up there so we can unstrap it and sell all the silage on that trailer. Because to be able to afford the biogas plant, we have got to sell that silage that's on that trailer currently. The nice thing is when we do sell it, or when we do sell that silage and we build that plant, all of these should be pretty close to be ready if they're not already. So then it'll just be a matter of us loading those up, taking them over there. So all that said, I had a lot of things to say there. Let's get mowing this grass. Let's get an outline going. And then if everything's not ready, when we take up the trailer up there, what we'll do is we'll start moving some of these bales out of the way. And probably from that field first, and we'll make that into an actual field for crop, and we can start planting the crop too. Because I can have the crop being planted by a worker. The little tiny tractor that we bought, the farm it can pull our drill. So that is our plan. It's a big plan. It could be another long episode. Who knows? But I'm excited. Let's get into this. We'll go straight into a time lapse here, mowing all of this up. Now, I do have a few pieces of equipment in the way, but I'm not too concerned. It's really not going to make us lose that much grass. So we'll get this done. When we're done with it, we'll see what time it is and consider taking the bales up to the shop. right, let's take a look at our bales. I don't think they're going to be even close to being ready, but let's just take a look and see. 80%. Yeah, they're not going to be ready. So we probably can do the baling at a minimum. Maybe even the wrapping over here on this side before they're even going to be close to being ready to go up there. So I don't think I'll put another time lapse in here, gang. I don't like doing time lapses back to back. I don't really have a whole lot else to say because our goal has already been kind of told to you of what my plan is, at least. Yes, I want to buy more plots of land. That's still our #1 goal. But if we're able to do this, since we're making so much silage every time we buy a plot of land, since we're making so much silage, if we're able to almost double our income based off of the bales that we're selling, I mean, that's definitely the way we should be shifting right now. And then once that's paid for, then we can start buying more plots of land again. So, and if we're getting double what we normally get when we put bales, when we sell silage bales, I mean, we'll be able to buy plots of land left and right. It's going to be great. We're going to have a constant income then. It won't be where we're just kind of like stressing ourselves to being able to afford it. Because the great thing about the crop is you can let it sit there and it's not really hard. You don't have to do anything to it. It's just, you know, once or twice out of the entire 6-month period that you're really going to have to spend any time on your actual cereal crops. So the rest of the time you got to find something to do if you don't have that many fields, and that's kind of currently where we are. Now, what I plan to do when we are done with these bales is start working on taking the trailer up to the shop. But before we do that, I'm actually going to finish the rest of what I want to do on that. I just screwed up there. Finish the rest of what I want to do in that field over there. I'm not going to go as far as we had because we're planning on putting our biogas plant kind of in that area where we've already cultivated it, near where everything else currently is residing. So I'm going to have probably the worker go left and right, east, west, west, east, whatever, across the field, so that way they don't start creating crop in parts of the area where we're going to put a biogas plant. So that's the goal, at least, but we've got to get all of this done first. The faster we get this turned into silage, the better it's going to be as far as making profit off the biogas plant. So that's, you know, objective #1 here is finish this up. Then we'll work on taking the stuff up to the shop. We'll put a worker on that field when I finished drilling, or not finished cultivating it, excuse me. We'll put a worker on to drill it, and then we'll see where we're at from there. It's probably going to be pretty late. It's going to be another long episode. A lot of these episodes lately have been at least an hour, which for me is a long episode. I normally do about 30-minute episodes, give or take. Some series I don't. That's fair, but at least farm videos, I normally try to keep them around 30 minutes, and if it's a time-lapse like my Elm Creek playthrough, I like to keep them around the 10 to 15-minute mark. Any longer than that, I feel like it's just too much. So, anyway, I'll go ahead and finish this field up. We'll jump cut to the silage shortly. Alright, gang, only a few more bales to complete over here. I think there's three more to do. That's a whole lot of minty fresh bales right there. Just look like mints to me. So we're going to go ahead and finish these bales up. And then, like I said, we'll cultivate a little bit more of that. Enough to get the worker started. We'll go around the headland once so the worker knows where to stop and doesn't continue on, hopefully. As long as we, like I said, go east and west with the worker. Our bales are in the 80s, I believe, last I looked. That was before I started baling this, so I would say they're probably still somewhere in the 80s, probably the mid-80s, so we've got a ways to go before they're going to be ready, but we are actually running out of things to do today. We will finish that field, like I said. Well, finish most of the field, I should say. And then we are going to work on another one of these fields. And the more I look at it, this field looks like it's actually smaller than that field over there. Not by a whole lot, but it does look smaller. So we may end up doing this field instead. Haven't fully decided that yet. And I talked about, you know, doing some kind of yard, right? And I had planned on doing, maybe a shed closer to the road. I kind of threw that idea out of the water, at least for now. It's not in the hat any longer. We will do a yard. I promise we will do a yard. But now that I kind of have decided to do about 50-ish episodes, we have a lot more time to do that. And right now it's just a matter of us getting a better income every month, because really we don't. The only way we're making an income right now is if we do silage bales. Buy in a plot, do silage bales. We only have 2 fields for crop. We need more. So that's kind of objective number 1. You also saw I took the fork off. The fork is in really bad shape, which is another problem I think we're going to have to deal with here. It needs to be fixed. So let's get down here. Let's get the cultivator on the tractor. Let's get this field cultivated properly to where we want. We will probably expand that cultivation and that field once we kind of figure out where we're going to put the biogas plant and how much room it's going to take. I'm probably going to put it I say a bit. A bit's probably not the correct word. I'm going to put it a little bit further away from where those placeables currently are. I don't want to get into position, because sometimes when you put placeables down, even if you think it's flat land, sometimes it doesn't think it's flat land, and it puts some crazy hills. And it has done that a little bit with those placeables over there. It's not too bad. It's not too noticeable, but it has done it nonetheless. So because of that reason, I'm going to... Let's do like right about here. Because of that reason, I'm going to pull it out a little bit from there. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. And it really won't hurt for us to have a little bit more room to meander and drive in there either. So let's go here. I think this is probably a decent spot. Actually, you know what? A little bit more. Just a little bit. And another half tractor over. Because we can always come back and fix this if we have to. That's perfect. Alright, let's get going here. So what we'll do is, we'll do this pass here. We'll get the rest of this done here. I'll put it into a quick little mini time lapse. It should only be like a 2-minute time lapse. Should be very short. We'll get the rest of this done, and then we will do the we will do the outside ring of the field itself, and then we'll put it on a worker. We'll watch the worker, make sure that they do what we want them to do, and they're not going awry. And then once that's done, we'll go ahead and flip this tractor onto our trailer with our silage bales. We'll start making the trip up to the shop. It is a long trip. Even with this 4-wheel drive tractor, it's still going to take a long time. Those are heavy bales. I was thinking about maybe throwing another 1 or 2 on there from over here on that right side, but I'm not even going to attempt it. From the issues we had last time, I'm not even going to attempt it. So let's see how this does with the trailer that's not a full load. And once we figure that out, we can have a better idea if we can put more on there in the future or not. My goal in the long run, once we get methane going and we can start selling methane, is to get a bale loader, so it's a little bit easier on myself, because it's stressful putting those bales on there, man. You mess up one time and you're doubling your time, because you got to sit there and flip the bale back over on the other side, then you got to stack it again. It's a mess. Anyway, I'm going on a rant, so let's jump into this quick 2.5 minute time lapse, and we'll be right back with you guys in a second. Well, change of plans, gang. I thought I had, I thought I had the correct attachment on the tractor, but clearly I do not. Maybe what we should do is look to see potentially buying a workshop to put on the farm down here. That would save us a lot of time and effort having to go up to the top whenever we need to fix any of our equipment. I think we might end up doing that, but before we do that, let's do the outline like I said I wanted to do. Now, what do we want to put in here? That's the question. What do we want to put in here? So let's take a look at the map. Well, not the map. The growing map, I guess is what I would call it. We don't want to look at methane anymore. It is currently April. I mean, some crops take longer than 6 months, but I'm kind of looking for an average of 6 months. So May, June, July, August, or October-ish. Ooh, canola's good in October. Let's go canola. That's what we currently have on there. We might get a couple of the same crop going at the same time, but that's fine. We can still roll it. Not a big deal. So like I said, we're going to go around the headland here. Make a ring circle around this. And we might do 2 even just to be safe. And then we'll throw this on a worker. And then we'll look to potentially see about putting in a workshop or, you know, some kind of tool chest of some sort, whatever is out there in the mod hub that would make sense, that's relatively inexpensive for us to be able to fix our equipment in our yard at our farm. I don't know if the worker's going to need more fertilizer or seed here or not. I don't think they will, but we will see. We will see. So I looked at the bales. They're still a ways off. We may have to speed up time here, gang. I don't think there's any way around it. We're just kind of running out of things to do. Like I said, I can drill another field over there. But the problem is we don't really have the tractor for it. And hopefully, if we're able to build a relatively inexpensive workshop down here, maybe I can check that tractor to see if there's a possibility for me to change the hitch on it. If there's not that possibility, then as much as I love that tractor, it may not be the best for us. It can be utilized for some other items that we currently have in the shop, or the actual farm, but there's not a whole lot it can really do besides move those water tankers around. It can do pretty much all of the silage stuff. It can do the baling and all that stuff, but you can't put that on a worker. So it kind of defeats the purpose if I'm not to have 2 tractors if I can't put it on a worker. If I can't, you know, utilize the item on a worker. So that's why I'm kind of rethinking it a little bit. We've bought a lot of tractors and we've sold a lot of tractors in this series already. And I'm not saying that we're going to sell it, but I don't know how much it's worth. It's probably not worth a whole lot because it's really cheap. It was like $3,000, so it may just be worth, you know, like $1,000. But if we are desperate and need it, and we're still not using that tractor in the next coming episodes, we may get rid of it. We'll just see. We'll see how things go. We get up here, we'll throw it on a worker, and we'll see what our options are for the workshop. Should have no issues now. Should know exactly where it's going. I can probably almost do it up, you know, north and south, but we're gonna go this way anyway, just to be safe. Get my field done. Alright, so let's see. What are our options here for a workshop? $1,000. That's not terrible. I don't know if I want to spend $1,000 though. It's a lot of money. I don't know if it's really worth spending $1,000. I don't know if there's anything cheaper out there though. I bet that's like the cheapest thing you're gonna get. I don't really even know where to put it. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no. I thought I saw another sheep there. I thought we had gained some sheep. In fact, while we're sitting there looking at it, since it's $1,000, I'm not sure I want to put it down for $1,000. I'm gonna maybe wait. We've got a bunch of lettuce we can sell too, which is good. No, it says we have 16 of them. They did reproduce. There's 6 new ones in here. It just doesn't. I don't know where they're at. It doesn't look like it. There's 6 new ones in here. Good. We're gonna be making some more wool now. That's really good for us. And we didn't spend anything on it. Oh my God, he is going the way. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. How? How did you screw that up? Oh boy. Well, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's put them going north and south, and let's just see what happens. I'm saying north and south. I don't even know if this is north and south. This may be east and west, and may have been what I was looking at north and south. I have no idea, but you get what I mean. Okay, let's just watch him for a minute. Let's see what happens. It's not going to be perfectly straight. We know that. He's going to miss a bit here on the edge here. Well, maybe he's not. I guess he did hit it. Okay, so let's watch him for a minute. He's turning around. Okay, where are you going? Why is he getting so confused? This is not that difficult. I think he is doing it right. I think it just, the way that he's setting himself up, he's going to be, yeah, it looks like he's doing it right. We got to wait till he gets to the end, though, and make sure he doesn't keep going straight like that guy did through the grass. Please work. Please go the correct way. Looks like we're going to potentially this time. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Alright, I think we're good. I'm gonna jinx it, but I think we're good. We're gonna call it good. We're gonna call it good. Alright. So... I don't know, gang. Is it worth it to put it down for $2,000 or $1,000? Excuse me. Is it worth it? Well, I'll tell you what. Here's what. Let's do this first. Let's try to have a better idea, even though we can't do it yet. Let's try to have a better idea where we're going to put this biogas down at, and then maybe we can kind of see from there. I think the bales would give us at least 55,000, so I think 1,000 probably isn't going to harm us too much. I think it's going to be this way, because that's where the pipe is. So I'm assuming it's going to be this way, right? Yeah, I know I don't have enough money. Yeah. So I wanted to put it a little bit further away. I'm thinking maybe like somewhere in here? Somewhere right in there? I mean, that's getting kind of close to that field, that crop that he already put down a little bit, but I kind of like that area there. So that would mean we'd have plenty of room to drive between. Well, we'll leave it be. We'll leave it be for right now. What I can do while he's doing that is I can go pick up all of our equipment, bring it back here, put it back in the yard for now. Our makeshift yard for now, I should say. And then once he's closer to being done, I'll take the tractor off and take the bales up there and sell them. Hopefully by the time we move all this back, we'll be ready to... ready to sell the bales. See you guys when it's all done. Okay, we're nearly done moving everything here. Obviously, for obvious reasons, we're not going to be able to move the forks there, but we're almost done moving everything back to our makeshift yard. The worker has almost completed our field over there. So we're very close to getting to our point to moving the bales up to the shop. I did speed the time up very, very slightly while I was moving this stuff, just 6 times instead of 3 times, so double what we were doing, just in hopes that we would get a little bit closer to the time we need. But I think we might have to speed it up even more than that, honestly. But we'll see. I'm hoping, 4 o'clock, something like that, we'll be ready to go. I'm gonna jump out real quick and just take a peek at them. 94%. Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close. Probably by the time we get up there. By the time we go back here, get the mower, come back, the worker will be done. They should be 98%. By the time we get up there, they should be ready to go. I still do. As I mentioned in the very first episode, I still do. I think we got a really good first plot of land. We're in a very, very pretty area. This bridge is great. I love old bridges. The water, the mountains in the background. I'm sure you can get much better. One more pass and the worker's done with the field, which is nice, and we're taking over the last piece of equipment now. I kind of mentioned early on that we're going to try to do 50 episodes, and due to that, moving forward, I'm going to attempt, it won't always be, but I'm going to attempt to have 3 of these episodes out every week. I don't hold me to it. There's going to be times where I'm not going to be able to get 3 out for numerous reasons that I've already mentioned in this series, but that's my goal, at least now, is to try to get 3 of them out a week. Still going to try to do 2 of the other series that I'm doing, the Elm Creek and then my Ohio Richlands series. My Broke to Billionaire series. I'm just going to turn it off the worker. He had one little missed spot right here. I'm just going to go ahead and finish it for him. Perfect. He still had plenty of seed and fertilizer in here, so that's really good. So we'll go ahead and drop this off here. We will pick up our trailer of bales. We'll pick up our fork. And I'll see you guys once we get to the shop. It'll probably be... It's 15:26 right now. So 3:30 basically. It'll probably be 4. So 1600. More than likely. It's going to take a while to get up there. See you guys up there. Alright gang, we're pulled up in here to the shop. I did speed up time. We were almost here and we still did not have any silage bales, so you can see it's now 1700. But they are ready to go. Now I need to know where the best place to sell them is right now. We've got... Oh, they're basically the same exact... Animal feeding is the best. Right there. Okay. $1 more. Oh, about as close as you get to being identical. It did take about what I said. We got up here right around 4 o'clock. If that tells you anything. You're back up too far. Hard to slow down when you got this much weight on. Oh, this is good. Yeah, yeah. Well over 60. Very good. Very good. 61,643. That is awesome. Awesome. Before we head down there, we're going to do a few touch-up items on our equipment here, because we're still going to need it. We're going to go ahead and do some maintenance on the tractor and the forks. And if the trailer needs it, we'll do some there as well. It really doesn't need it. We're not going to worry about the trailer. But this one needs it badly. I'm not worried about the paint condition. Truly, I'm not. I could care less about what the paint looks like. As long as it runs well, I don't care what the paint looks like. It's a working tractor. This is not a show tractor. I'm going to fill up some gas while we're here as well. Once this is full, we're just going to park the tractor and the trailer up here right now. We're going to drop down our biogas right now. Plant. Oh, well, maybe I should wait till we get back to the farm. All right, we'll wait till we get back to the farm. Never mind. Forgot it. Wherever you're at is where it's going to go into in the camera. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but it didn't. So, we'll see you back at the farm. Alright, pulling back up here to the farm, gang. Let's go ahead and pop the trailer over here with the tractor. That will work nicely. And let's look at putting down our biogas plant. I'm very excited about this. I really hope it works out as well as I'm expecting. I'm hoping to make a good chunk of change off of this. Okay, so I'm thinking here-ish. Right? That gives you plenty of room to drive between later on. There's plenty of room to drive in front, where the drop will be. Or do we put it down here? I'll tell you what, we're going to put it here, where I kind of planned originally. We're going to put it here. Alright, let's take a look and see how it did here. Yeah, there's a drop right here. I was kind of afraid of that, because this is kind of up a little bit. But maybe we can terraform a little bit. I don't want to spend too much money terraforming, though, because that is money we don't have. And there's some here as well, but... it's not terrible. It's just not great, but it's not terrible. So, let's see if we can... I don't know if it'll let us even do anything or not, but let's see if it lets us do any kind of terraforming whatsoever. We want to just soften this is all we're trying to do here. It is letting us do it. Very little of it, but it is letting us do it. Doing better if we go into that angle. I know terraforming is kind of a waste of money, but we really need this to be relatively fun. I probably need to move those pallets. If I move those pallets, it might allow us to do a little bit more there. Did it even do anything, really? A little bit. A little bit. This end, it's not like it. I think it might be because this is kind of out of the boundary here, so we might have to wait till we buy this plot of land to really fix this, but over here it's a little less severe of an incline. Let's move those pallets. Let's move those pallets, and then maybe that will allow us to try to terraform that a little bit more and just to a more natural hill sliding down. I don't mind it being a little hill there. I don't mind it, but what's currently there is not, it's not working for me. Let's put it that way. might be in the way where I'm going to put it, but we're going to put it kind of here. Hopefully we'll be able to fill that up in some of the equipment here soon. Probably could do it now, honestly. Maybe we will, but for now I just want to move them, and hopefully I can, you know, spend $1,000 just terraforming this a little bit. Now I know Rusty, I think, did it the smartest way, and something I never even thought about doing, and I think he is doing his playthrough technically in an online server where he has another person on there, basically another user basically on his map at the same time, but it's just him, but he just has money in there to terraform and things like that, just to try to change the land to make it easier on himself. I don't have that because I'm doing it regular in story mode, so I don't have that luxury. But in hindsight, which is always, you know, always happens afterwards, but I would have loved to be able to do that and save myself a few bones on this, but it looks like it's not even letting me do it. Yeah, it's not even letting me terraform that. So I think we're just going to have to deal with how it is. Unfortunately, it's not the best, so maybe we won't be driving back here. Maybe we'll just put something else back here. I don't know, but it's not, see this right here? This is not, it's not good. Like that is bad, and that might just be, it won't let me change it because of either the greenhouse or the sheep. Who knows what it is, but something is not allowing it to, because no money is dropping when I'm doing this. None. Up here it is, sure, but down here, where we really want to fix it, nothing is happening. So, I may have to try to work on that off camera maybe a little bit and see what we get out of it. So let's look really quick while we're here, because we have so much lettuce to sell. What is our lettuce price right now? If it's good, let's just sell it. I would like to get some other, you know, production for the lettuce to put it in. It's better at the cooperative than it is at the market stall. The market stall is 2,916. So that's not going to work there. It'd be better for us to take it up to the store. Well, let's go look and see how our bales are doing over there. If they're ready, we'll at least move a few of them over here, put them in the biogas plant, and see how things go. And then we're going to finish off by fixing this field a little bit, making kind of an awkward shape, rounding it up there, and completing that. So see you guys back. Actually, let's just see how much the bale is first, and then we'll be like, we'll jump back to me working on that field. Now I think this top bale up here is going to be the one that's going to be the closest to being done, if it is done. So we're going to check this one, because I went on the outside ring first when I was doing the baling. 91%. Yep. So they're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. So we'll get back. We'll throw a little mini time lapse in again. Fix up the field. So it doesn't look so awkward right now, and then drill what we did fix up, and then we'll probably call the episode there, gang. We'll see you guys shortly. All right, gang, that is the field done. That is the biogas complete. We put down some gravel, kind of made a bit of a yard here, an open air yard, no shed or anything yet, but it is a yard nonetheless. So we are going to leave that episode there, gang. What I will do in off camera is I will go grab a few more bales, and I'm going to bring those over here and just kind of set them in front of it. So whenever they are ready and are fermented, it'll accept it. So then at the start of the next episode, we at least have something in there working, ready to go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. It's free, helps me a ton. Thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, let me know down below. Don't forget, everybody who is running or doing this challenge, their link is down below in the description. Subscribe to my other channel if you haven't done so already. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next episode.